Most people get this wrong. The truck gun isn't a cheap beater anymore. It's a compact system built to survive heat cycles, vibration, dust, and the number one reality, theft risk. People are quietly moving toward platforms that fold shorter, stay cleaner, and still run when neglected. One option in the middle is the weirdest, why does this work? And the number one pick is controversial, yet quietly dominating for grab and go. Today we are counting down 10 most reliable vehicle guns in 2026. Let's go! Number 10. Mossberg 990 Aftershock. A lot of people think a truck gun has to be pump action because it's simple. In 2026, that logic collapses when the gun is bouncing in a vehicle, getting temperature soaked and still expected to cycle without drama. The 990 Aftershock is a 12-gauge 3-inch chamber semi-auto built around an ultra-compact format, and it ships with a short barrel option listed at 14.75 inches with a 5+1 capacity. That matters because the whole point is fast, repeatable operation without a pump stroke fighting cramped space and awkward angles. It's also an honest reminder, anything left in a vehicle needs secure storage, because theft is the real failure to feed that ends the story. Compared to the short pump firearm concept everyone knows, the semi-auto cycling here keeps the shooter from short stroking under stress. And unlike many compact scatterguns, this one is purpose-built around the format instead of feeling like a chopped-down afterthought. Now flip the video, because the next pick isn't about power, it's about being invisible until it isn't. Number 9. Remington 870 TAC-14. The TAC-14 sits in a category people argue about non-stop because it looks like a shotgun but lives in firearm territory depending on configuration and local rules. So transport laws matter, and safe storage matters even more. Mechanically, it's the 870 action, pump-operated 12-gauge, with the defining factory trait being a 14-inch barrel in this lineup, and a compact bird's head style grip format that keeps overall length above the legal cutoff for that category in many places. The reason it survives in truck gun culture isn't mystique. It's that an 870 will tolerate grime, run when dry longer than it should, and keep going after months of neglect if the basics are respected. Controls are as simple as it gets, and the manual action means no gas system to tune and no cycling sensitivity to load choice. Compared to the semi-auto shorty above it, this wins on predictable manual reliability across a broader spread of shells. Compared to most tactical pumps with full stocks, it stores shorter and snags less around seatbelts and center consoles. But the next pick changes the entire conversation, because it's not a shotgun at all, and it doesn't need rifle blast to feel capable. Number 8. Beretta PMX. There's a misconception that every 9mm carbine is just blowback and vibes. The PMX is direct blowback, yes, but it's built like a professional subgun pattern scaled into the civilian space, with modern polymer shaping around a metal core, and a layout that's meant to be run hard, quickly, and repeatedly. It's 9mm, feeds from stick magazines commonly seen in the 30-round class, and it's set up for accessories with rail real estate for lights and optic solutions depending on configuration. For a truck environment, 9mm has a real advantage: less concussion than rifle calibers inside a cabin, and less flash in short formats. Still loud, still serious, but not the same kind of disorienting blast. The controls are laid out for fast manipulation without feeling like a science project, and the platform stays controllable when shooting dirty. Compared to the typical AR-9 that rattles like a toolbox, the Beretta's purpose-built receiver and ergonomics feel more cohesive. Compared to a classic MP5-style silhouette, This gives modern mounting space without turning into a clamp-on circus. And now, the list starts getting spicy, because the next gun is a folding concept that people love to hate, until they actually handle it. Number 7. Smith & Wesson FPC, a rainy night reality check. The gun that gets kept is the gun that fits under a seat, in a discreet case, or in a locked compartment without advertising its presence. The FPC is a 9mm folding carbine that closes sideways and locks up in a way that keeps the top area usable for optics while deployed. And it's designed around M&P double-stack pistol magazines with onboard storage in the stock. That last part is the underrated truck gun feature, because extra magazines don't end up loose in the console collecting lint and grit. It's not trying to be an SMG clone, it's trying to be a real carbine that stores like a laptop. The recoil impulse is what 9mm usually is in this class, manageable, and the handling is geared toward easy carry and fast access, not bench rest flexing. Compared to larger PCCs that need a full-length bag, this one wins on always-there practicality. Compared to handgun-only solutions, the sight radius and stability advantage show up immediately without needing hero skills. Keep an eye out. There's a cheater option coming later that bends the rules of what a truck gun looks like, and the number 1 pick will make that argument feel inevitable. Number 6. Magpul Zev FDC-9. This is the one that makes people uncomfortable, because it's the first time a mainstream folding chassis idea actually feels finished. The FDC-9 is a 9mm folding defensive carbine concept born from the box gun lineage, built in partnership with Zev, and designed to stow as a rectangular, nondescript package. Deployed, it becomes a carbine-length 9mm with a real grip, real sighting capability, and magazine compatibility in the Glock pattern double-stack family, which lives in the most common capacity class for 9mm. In a vehicle context, truck fit isn't just length, it's also not looking like a gun when the car door opens. That's the entire debate. Discrete storage reduces attention, but responsibility has to go up because stolen firearms are a real-world problem. Compared to both the folding carbine above and traditional PCCs with folding stocks, this disappears into plain sight, stowing in a form that never signals range day. Now for a quick challenge. One of the next 5 has a detail most people misidentify on sight. Spot it and comment it. The payoff is coming. Number 5. Springfield Armory Kuna. The dirty secret, with a lot of compact 9mm carbines, is simple. Straight blowback can feel snappy, especially when the gun gets light and short. The Kuna goes a different direction. It's a 9mm roller-delayed blowback platform with a compact format, built to stay controllable and to keep that recoil impulse from feeling like a bolt slamming a wall. Factory specs list a 6-inch threaded barrel with a muzzle device, and it ships with magazines in the 30-round class. The truck gun argument here is less about power and more about predictability. Delayed systems tend to feel softer, stay flatter, and allow faster recovery without turning the experience into a concussion fest. Controls are laid out in a modern, user-friendly way, and the gun is meant to live with an optic and a light without becoming awkward. Compared to common budget blowback PCCs and the classic roller-delayed icons people worship, this wins on recoil character and composure without heavy weights, while aiming for modern ergonomics and fewer issues with defensive hollow points. But here's the problem. When the platform gets truly compact, reliability becomes a game of engineering, not just brand reputation. Number 4. Springfield Armory Hellion VHS-2. Bullpups get dragged online for triggers and vibes, but the Hellion keeps surviving the arguments because it's built like an actual service rifle translated into civilian hands. It's a 5.56 NATO bullpup running a short-stroke piston system, and it feeds standard AR pattern magazines in the 30-round class. The standout trait isn't hype. It's ambidexterity done the right way. The ejection system is reversible, allowing right or left side ejection with no extra parts required. And the charging handle is non-reciprocating, so it doesn't try to bite hands during movement. For a vehicle, overall length matters, but so does snag profile. A bullpup stays compact without resorting to ultra-short rifle barrels that punish ears and flash your night vision. Como to a short AR pattern gun of similar overall length. This keeps a full-length rifle barrel while staying tighter to the body. Compared to most bullpups that feel like compromises, the adjustability and control layout make it easier to live with daily. Remember that cheetah option teased earlier? Because after the next few picks, that concept starts to look like the future, and the number one payoff is closer than it sounds. Number 3. Desert Tech WLVRN. Some trucks live on ranch roads, not parking lots, and that changes the entire definition of best. The WLVRN is a bullpup rifle designed to pack real rifle calibers into a short overall length. With factory configurations spanning cartridges like 223 and 5.56 class, and heavier options such as 308 Winchester and 6.5 Creedmoor depending on build. It's semi-auto and magazine-fed, and the bullpup layout keeps the mass close, which matters when the gun is pulled from a case in cold weather with gloves and limited space. The platform's identity is modularity. A quick-change barrel system exists, and the rifle is designed around swapping major components to change roles, rather than buying a completely separate gun. This is also where responsibility gets non-negotiable. Heavy caliber rifles stored in vehicles demand secure containment because consequences scale fast when theft happens. Compared to the Hellion's 5.56 roll, this offers access to larger caliber capability without stretching overall length into won't fit behind the seat territory. Compared to a conventional AR-10 pattern, this keeps comparable barrel lengths in a package that doesn't fight the cab. Now flip back from heavyweight force, because the next pick is pure refinement, and it's where the debate gets loud. Number 2. Sig Sauer MPX-K. The internet loves to lump 9mm subguns together, but the MPX-K refuses that category. This is a 9mm platform running a short-stroke gas piston with a closed rotating bolt, meaning it isn't straight blowback and it doesn't need a massive bolt to keep it safe and stable. That's why the recoil impulse feels more like a controlled push than a clunky slam, and why it tends to stay composed when run fast. It feeds from MPX magazines in the common 30-round class, and the K variant is built around compactness, not nostalgia. It's also one of those guns that feels designed around an optic from the start, with modern rail space and controls that reward consistency. Compared to popular blowback PCCs, this wins on smoothness and reduced reciprocating mass, without relying on extra weight as a crutch. Compared to the PMXs, it brings a locked breech, piston-driven behavior that changes the entire shooting experience. 9 picks have been building toward one idea: compact doesn't matter if it can't be trusted. The number 1 pick is the one that keeps getting grabbed, quietly. Number 1. Sig Sauer MCX Rattler LT. A truck gun in 2026 lives or dies by one test. Can it be stored short, accessed fast, and still run when it's been sitting? The MCX Rattler LT is built around a short-stroke piston system with an internal recoil assembly, so it doesn't depend on an AR-style buffer tube. That's the entire reason it folds the way it does, and why it's become the quiet default for people who take compact storage seriously. Factory configurations include 300 blackout with a 6.75-inch barrel option, and that pairing makes practical sense in short barrels, without turning this into a fireball machine the way some rifle setups do. Controls are modern and ambidextrous, and the platform is designed to carry an optic and hold zero without feeling fragile. It also stays cleaner than direct impingement guns in the same storage reality: heat, dust, and time. Compared to the MPX-K, this brings rifle caliber capability in a package that still folds and still feels grab and go. Compared to folding AR alternatives, the bufferless architecture here isn't a workaround, it's the design. We've covered 9, but if only one gets grabbed when everything goes sideways, It's this. Truck guns create strong opinions for a reason. The vehicle environment punishes gear, and the legal environment punishes assumptions. Storage laws vary. Theft is a real risk, and anything left in a vehicle should be secured like it matters. Because it does. The smart move is picking a platform that fits the space, runs dirty, and supports a simple optics setup without turning into a snag factory. If any specialist catches an error, drop a comment. The description gets updated. And if the cheetah pick sparked debate, good. Those are the comments worth reading.